Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. This video will contain major spoilers for Death Stranding, so if you do not want to be spoiled, please turn away now. Let's get started. As you can tell from the title of this video will be about my own theories regarding Death Stranding 2 after watching the trailer too many times to even count and watching a breakdown video. Now, I have to start off by saying, in Death Stranding, Kojima was misleading us this whole time. So I don't think that he will give up this method of misleading us. I think the trailer may be misleading us. Why do I say this? Well, I say this because in the trailer, something that, well, the whole trailer is unexplained. We have no idea what's going on. But something that really sticks out is the scene with Fragile. Why? Because when we see her in her place, we also see a picture of Sam's necklace. And in the back, we see a figure setting. So the Fragile scene is really misleading us. So in order to make this simpler, I will break down my video into 5 parts. The first part will deal with the cult and the desert. The second part, Fragile and the baby. Third part, the cult. Fourth part, Sam and Fragile. And fifth part, the baby turning into an octopus. So let's get started. If you've played the original Death Stranding, then you will know that Sam was fooled the whole time. He was told to reconnect America and save the world, but that was all a big fool. He reconnected all of America just to make the extinction happen. And when he realized the true intentions of Amelie, he begged her to stop it. And she agreed. She agreed to stop it. So this cult that we see in the trailer, we see them holding a grave and they are in the desert. Now, I could make an entire video talking about this, but I'll make this as short and as concise as possible. If I were to guess, I do not think that this scene takes place on Earth. Why? Because first of all, Amelie did not exist on solid Earth. She was in the beach. And this cult, I don't know how they have access to Amelie, assuming that's Amelie after all this time. I do not know. Maybe this cult has the power to travel between realms. Maybe this cult has Amelie. Maybe this cult has magic. I do not know. But the point is, and what people think, is that this cult is trying to bring Amelie back. Well, I do not know. But I do know that that scene seems to be taking place in a foreign environment, much more foreign than anything we've seen ever before. So the cult, I think they are associated with Amelie, and I think they might want to bring her back. Now, when they bring her back and make her do the last stranding and end the world, wouldn't that mean their end? Well, maybe they're not from Earth. We just do not know. We do not know anything. Maybe this cult is not from Earth. And I mean, it's kind of obvious that Death Stranding 2 will have more science fiction elements, so maybe there will be more elements that are science fiction based. We'll see. Theory 2, part 2, is Fragile. Now, I've spoken about the Fragile scene before. Regarding Fragile, the way I see it, there are 3 ways to explain the Fragile situation. Way number 1 is that this scene with Fragile is just in her head. This is all just a dream. That she's just dreaming or having a vision or imagining the future. And none of what we saw actually happens. Theory two is that this scene is in the past, and this scene takes place before everything. Or reason three is that this scene is in the future, and this baby is in fact Louise, and Kojima is trying to mislead us, and maybe Louise will not be an adult. Maybe Ella Fanning is not Louise. Now, regarding the people attacking her, it's very safe to assume that it's the same cult that are after her, and they want to bring Amelie back. Maybe they need Louise, assuming the baby is Louise, to bring Amelie back. Maybe. Or maybe they were related to Higgs, and in Death Stranding, Fragile punched Higgs in the face, left him on the beach. She didn't murder him, she left him with a choice: death or eternity on the beach. We don't know what he chose, but given the fact that Troy Baker is coming back, maybe he didn't choose death. Maybe those cult brought him back, and now he wants revenge on Fragile. Maybe. Now, regarding her scene with Sam, I said earlier in this video that Kojima might be misleading us. Maybe this isn't that much in the future. Maybe Sam just aged rapidly. And the reason for that is because he still holds the PB bot and says Lou, which means at this point Lou is still a baby. But again, that doesn't make sense because I thought Lou would be a grown woman in this game. Maybe she will be, we don't know yet. But regarding that scene, when she tells Sam, come meet my crew, Sam, it seems like she is now part of a new company. But in the original Death Stranding, at the end, she wanted to go back to her company and she offered Sam a chance to work with her, but he refused. He ended up living in isolation. But now, since some time has passed, Sam might have changed his mind, maybe. Now, I have two explanations. One, either Sam just aged rapidly and this isn't even that far into the future, maybe just a little bit of time, or this really is far into the future and Sam aged natural progression of age. Now, regarding the cult with the actor, with Troy Baker, I think Troy Baker, who takes the guitar and sings, they are in a place and we hear a character say it wasn't the UCA who made the final decision, it was APAC. Well, APAC wasn't the company that featured in the original Death Stranding. I don't think it did, at least. So, I do not know. We'll see. But given how Sam chose to live in isolation in the end and raised Louise all on his own, I don't know how or why Fragile would be with him again. But again, it's kind of obvious that this takes place into the future, so maybe Sam might be more lenient. And lastly, I want to end up with the final shot of the trailer. Sam holding the pod, saying Lou, and then we see an octopus. Now, I was a firm believer that Death Stranding 2 would show us an adult Louise. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe Louise is still a baby. Maybe it's not that far into the future. But it's obvious that Kojima is misleading us. We don't know yet. We don't know. We really have no idea. I wish I knew, but I don't. Now, maybe Louise gets kidnapped, and then we see an octopus, or maybe Louise has the power to shapeshift. I really do not know. I really do not know, but time will tell. I'll see you guys later.